Hello everyone and welcome. Uh, the topic of today's video is going to be about differences and how to deal with differences in your marriage or relationship successfully. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Denise Fitzpatrick, and I work with committed or married couples who are struggling in their relationship. They really want to make things work. They want to have a better relationship and they don't know how. So I teach them how to communicate differently, deal with conflict more effectively, and reconnect in ways that they used to so they can get back to having the relationship they truly want. So, again, talking about differences, I would say many, if not all, the couples that come to see me say, we are just so different. And what they're saying is they're worried that that means that there's something wrong with the relationship or that maybe they can't survive as a couple because they are so different. Um, and the differences themselves aren't necessarily the problems because no matter who you are and what relationship you're in, there's always going to be these differences, right? It's how we deal with them. And most couples try to deal with them in one of three different ways, which never seem to help. So the three ways is we either avoid, so we just don't touch on the things that we feel differently about because we think it's going to lead to an argument. So we avoid it, or we fight about it. And I would say the majority of couples that I see are sort of in that fight mode where they're, disagreeing and arguing about all their differences. Or there are those that go along to get along. So you say yes when you really mean no. And any and all of those lead to a lot of resentment. And especially in that last one, when you're saying yes, but you really mean no, that can lead to huge resentment because really it kind of can get into this whole passive aggressive thing, which I will talk about on another video. Anyway, so yes, so if you're trying to deal with your differences in these three ways and you're coming up unsuccessful, that's because you haven't learned how to do it differently or what you need to do, right? And so I see this with couples repeatedly trying to solve things this way, but until you recognize that the differences are truly just a part of any normal relationship, and you learn to be accepting and you learn to acknowledge, you learn to understand your partner's differences, and that means being curious, right? And curiosity is something I think we all forget when we're in long term committed relationships. It's very easy for us to be curious when we're in a new relationship, but that seems to go out the window when we've been together for a long time. So if you want to start being able to deal with some of these differences differently in your relationship, it really comes down to, again, acceptance, acknowledging your partner's perspective, being understanding, and getting more curious. So I'm curious. I'm wondering, is this something you can relate to? Do you feel like this? Are you struggling over your differences in your relationship? Is it threatening to your bond? Is it threatening to the relationship might end? If so, reach out, get the support that you need because often we just repeat these same things and it's because we don't know how to do it differently. And I would love to help you. And I'm also curious, back to curiosity, I'd love to know how long you've been together. Are you married a long time? Are you newly married? Are you in a long term relationship? So comment below and let me know. And that's all. Have a great day.